What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another RV park video. In this video, we're going to talk about appreciation when investing in RV parks. Appreciation is something that I don't typically focus too much on. I know a lot of fix and flippers will focus mostly on the appreciation of the property. To me, I focus more on the cash flow, but appreciation really is an underestimated part of investing in an RV park. I'm going to tell you why. So I bought my 10-acre property here in Central Texas in, I think it was November of 2019, and I bought the property for $85,000 market price. Now, when I bought the property, before I had bought it for $85,000, the appraisal said that it was $50,000 the year before. So once I bought it, they raised the price up to $85,000. Today, we're in August of 2023, and my property is worth almost $500,000 in about 3.5 years. And to me, that absolutely blows my mind, that my property went from being worth $50,000 to now being worth almost $500,000. That's about 1,000% increase due to RV park investment. So I'm going to talk about the things that cause that price to go way up. So first thing I want to say is you can almost guarantee that whatever you put in the property cash-wise, you're going to get out of it in the appraisal. So for instance, we put in about $100,000 worth of cash funds when you look at it in retrospect, and automatically our property is worth at least $100,000 of what it was worth. So if you're investing in certain parts of infrastructure, you can almost guarantee that the cash money amount goes directly to the appreciation. That's usually how it always goes. So you put about $30,000 in a road, you can almost guarantee you're going to get $30,000 more on your appreciation. That's just kind of how I've seen it over my years investing in real estate. When you're doing the roads on your property, that's a major part of infrastructure, and the appraisal district is always going to pay attention to that. Also, the electricity that you put on the property, definitely going to raise the property value. The septic is going to raise the property value. Also, if you put a well on your property, that's definitely going to raise the property value. Now, my property, I actually don't even have a well. I just truck in my own water. Even with not having a well, my property is still worth almost $500,000. So if you put a well, it's just another part of that appreciation game that's going to add to the overall big picture. But all these parts of infrastructure not only going to help you make cash flow, but they're also going to raise the property value, which is a major part of this whole thing. The thing about where I'm at here in Texas is that we don't have state income tax, and so Texas really jacks up the property prices because property taxes can be kind of expensive. I'll be aware of that and prepare for that because, yeah, it sounds nice on paper to have a high appreciation, but you're just going to pay more property tax. Just make sure that you plan accordingly for property taxes because it is a part of expenses and it can add up as your property gets more and more expensive. And I wanted to talk a little bit as well about protesting your appreciation of your property. So when I got my property, they raised it up to $85,000 right away, and then right after that, they tried to raise it up to $120,000. And reason why they wanted a little bit more taxes. Now, I actually protested it. What you can do is go to the county appraisal district, and you can do a protest. Usually, you sit like in a room with like 5 different people from the county, and you give your case on why you think that you don't need to have your property be that high. We pretty much just said that all of our neighbors have that $85,000 threshold, and we haven't done anything to our property, so why should our property be worth $120,000? And when you do a protest, a lot of the time the county will lock that number in for about 2 years. So if you're getting started in investing in your RV park and you don't want to pay that many taxes starting off, best thing to do is right when you get your property, if they try to raise it up, protest it so that way you don't have to pay any extra taxes in your beginning stage, because you're going to need to conserve as much funds as you can. You want to keep that outgo as minimal as possible, and property taxes can equal out to a couple $100 a month, and that adds up. So I would say if you have to, you can protest that appraisal so that you don't have to pay as much taxes. So if you have a lot of appreciation on your property, you can take, usually it depends on where you get it from, but you can get an LTV, which is loan to value loan off of the equity of your property. Usually it's about like 60-70%. And you can take that money and do what's called a cash out refinance and take that money and go purchase another property or put it back into infrastructure, whatever it is you need to do. But appreciation is very helpful for being able to do cash out refinances. That equity you can loan off of. You can get loans based off of your equity. So that's major, and that's a huge part of appreciation. That's something that a lot of people probably don't think about. but you can leverage that money. You can leverage, expansion money if you need to from your own property. So you invest in the property, it gets appreciation, and then you can literally take a loan off of that appreciation to invest more in the property or a different one, whatever it is. But that's a major part of appreciation as well, is the cash out refinances. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you got value out of this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I just wrote an ebook about my experience investing in RV parks. It's been a wonderful experience, and I wanted to share it through a book. So make sure you check out that book. The link is down below if you want to take a look at it. Thanks again, though, for watching. Really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.